Have you heard of the Antarctic Press? They've been in business for 40 years.
Yeah, there was some drama with them and, your boy Zack. That led to that whole lawsuit with Mark Wade and whatever. And Zack wound up, I guess, settling, or I forget. But yeah, Antarctic Press were involved in that. I don't really think much of their comics, nor do I think much of your boy Zack's comics, or his taste on comics, or his terrible YouTube channel. I don't think much about anybody involved in that story. It was a heel program. Mark Wade is an idiot. Your boy Zack is an envious prick, and there are people who have written and drawn one comic in their entire lives who have done a better job than your boy Zack has in multiple attempts.
Some of you guys might remember this clip from a video I did previously called Razorfist vs YaboiZack. I was kind of wondering how this saga would continue, or even if it would continue for that matter, but a little bit after the new year it came to an end. We'll be talking about how the YaboiZack vs Razorfist drama came to a wrap, but before we get to there, we're also going to be talking about how it almost exploded like Chernobyl. The indie comic sphere would be feeling the fallout for that drama for the next few years. All because of just one sociopathic super chatter. Okay, I don't know him personally, so maybe he isn't a sociopath, but I have seen these people before. They pop into the chats, and they know how to make creators explode and just have these epic meltdowns, how to spark these massive internet wars. It's pretty funny for me, honestly, as a viewer. Probably my favorite one was this guy who super chatted Jack Murphy. It's almost like reality TV or a video game, you just push a button and something happens. Only at the end of the day, these creators are all people, real-life humans, and oftentimes the stuff they do on the internet is their business or an aspect of it. I'm not saying you can't rib creators from time to time because, well, that would make me a total hypocrite. I'm also not saying that some creators don't deserve to have their buttons pushed, because in the case of Jack Murphy, he did, and that was really hilarious. But we trolls also have a code. Our honor, our morals, our dignity. And you should never try starting a fire simply for the intent of causing other people pain, or spread false information to try and spark a conflict. I think Alfred said it best.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
With that in mind, let's look at how a troll tried to get this YaboiZack vs Razorfist drama and make it explode into something much bigger than that.
Oh, by the way, Razorfist wrote to me. Because I sent him a little message. I said, hey man, there are people who are sending you shit and they're trying to cause trouble. I said, Razorfist, I want you to know it's all bullshit. I said, this is bullshit. I said, I laughed at that clip, thought it was hilarious. And people sent, somebody named The Historian, naughty, dude in the chat, sent this over. This is not nice at all. Like, how, I know some of you guys, like, want to help me so much. And you're like, oh, Ethan should make friends with some of these people. And I know you guys want to help me, but this doesn't help me. I mean, if you're trying to help me, like, this is not the way, guys. You don't do this. You don't send over a message that says, from The Historian, look at Razorfist. He's here with this guy here. Who is this guy? Who's the guy with sunglasses there? I mean, the guy at the top with sunglasses. That's Craig. That's Stuttering Craig. Stuttering Craig. So anyway, Razorfist is on there, and some well-meaner, somebody who means well, says, Razor, what are your thoughts on Ethan? And everybody knows it's me. Like, you would think it could be Ethan Ralph. It could be like Ethan from H3H3. Who's that guy's name? What is the H3H3 Ethan's name? Ethan Klein. But no, it's me. Razor, what are your thoughts on Ethan saying he will make you his personal project if you keep going after Zack? He seemed kind of upset. Here's me. I'm just like,
I didn't go after anybody. I just said I didn't like his comic.
Here's me. I'm just like, well, I'm looking at a clip of Razorfist saying, yeah, I don't really care about your boy Zack. I think his comics are dog shit, and I think his channel sucks. And I heard that, and I was like, damn! I went like this. Like, I went like this. I went, damn! Like that. I went, damn! So that's what I did. I didn't go, I was not upset. I did that thing where, you know, you go, you guys ever do that? You go, like that. The other thing that you can do is you can do what what's his face does, Eric July. You could go, which means you're trying to hold in a laugh. I laughed. I thought it was funny. But anyway, so I mean, Razorfist, like, what's Razorfist supposed to do when he gets information like this? I mean, it doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help me. The way Ethan is loyal to his close friends. That's right, grumpy old man. I'm loyal to Zack the same way I'm loyal to John Malin and Shane Davis. Listen, if somebody owns them, it's funny. You know what I mean? If somebody owns any of those guys, like I still love them. I'll still stick up for them when it really counts. But like, you know, getting owned is getting owned. It's funny. So anyway, I says to Razorfist, I says, Razorfist, this is bullshit. I said, I laughed at that clip. I thought it was hilarious. People are just trying to make trouble. Just FYI. And he says, yeah, you know I never buy that drama-mongering bullshit, man. I think the world of you. You've always been great to me, and I absolutely love your work. So I said, it's mutual, Razorfist. So just FYI, historian, it didn't work. Razorfist wrote back to me, and he said he thinks the world of me, which is great, and he likes my work. So let me just reiterate, it's mutual. Razorfist is a cool guy. I won't hear otherwise. Not even from Ripoff Verse, who did a puppet of him, and I played that puppet show under protest. I said, Ripoff Verse, I appreciate how you feel, but that's not how I feel. I don't feel that way. I feel differently. I like that guy.
You'll all make more money than a fucking OnlyFans girl with 5 tits. I'm Anal Fist. God, I'm a fucking weed.
Your boy Zack is killing it right now. I disagree with Razorfist about your boy Zack.
Okay, so Razorfist said, I didn't go after your boy Zack. All I said is that I don't like him, I think he's an envious prick, and he has a terrible YouTube channel. It's like the time that your girlfriend throws a toaster at you while screaming at the top of her lungs, telling you how not angry she is, and that you're the one who needs to calm down. Ethan respects both parties here, Razorfist and your boy Zack, but that rogue super chatter, of course, was trying to start a war between the three of them. So we're going to take a quick look to see what Ethan has in common with your boy Zack, but also maybe where he might agree with Razorfist.
I think he's killing it. This is a great observation. The thing about Zack is you can say what you want. Like, a lot of people are upset that he's, they think he's gone off the reservation a little bit, but he's always pretty much right about some of it. Well, hold on a second. Let me just back that up. Always pretty much right. No, he's right about this. And Zack has some really sharp observations. This is why you listen to your boy Zack. You listen to your boy Zack because he is very insightful. Like, he looks at the world of soy. He parses the world of soy. You know, he makes it make sense to ordinary people like you and I. He says, now, down here, doesn't the concept of Batman being in constant pain but getting the job done make him more heroic rather than less? Don't you hate when a woman does anything? Okay, well, we'll get into that in a second. Zack says this is a great observation that I wish I had made myself, because, I mean, it's true, and I completely agree with it, but it's a great way to phrase the reality of the difference in the way women like their media and their fiction, their characters, and the reason why I hate feminized superheroes. He says one of the things about birthday party clowns, and he's referring to the Zeros, is that they view media the same way that women do. Whereas stories about men that are made for men are usually about redemption or proving oneself, right? Redemption or proving oneself. This is what movies about men, for men, are about. Like, if you think about it, like all of these great films, all the great Clint Eastwood films, etc., you know, are like that. Everything is. This is just how men like it. It's like, oh, I'm down in the dirt, I'm low, you know, I'm disgraced. Here's my opportunity to redeem myself, prove myself that I can do it. People think I can't do it, but I'm going to prove that I can by learning. Movies made about women and for women are about the world realizing how amazing the woman always was. Think about like Legally Blonde. Think about the fact that like, it's like turns out that like Squirrel Girl could always one punch Galactus. So birthday party clowns take any injury or insult to the character as an attack on them. Whenever they give their ideas about how things should go, it's always about the hero just kind of being fine, easily accomplishing tasks while being respected by his peers. It's insipid. Yeah. Easily accomplishing tasks while being respected by his peers. When women describe Jedis, they're like, we have a new Jedi character and she is awesome. She's like the most powerful Jedi and everybody respects her and everybody loves her. Men are starting to become that way too in this space. The feminization of men, of male creators, and then the audiences as well. They're starting to expect that, rather than the way it used to be, where a character trains hard, learns, is down on their luck, like they're the underdog. Karate Kid, for example. It's not like Daniel LaRusso was always awesome, right? He was the underdog. Rocky, underdog. A guy who was a born loser. He's going to lose, you would think. And then everybody around him is trained and they're ready to go and they're kicking his ass. The world kicks his ass. And then, in spite of it all, through hard work, through discipline, they rise up and they win. They're able to win at the end. And it isn't easy. They have to prove themselves as being worthy. And that isn't easy either. It's not just handed to you. You're not just automatically awesome. In fact, you start out life as a schmuck. You're a piece of shit. But you take criticism, you train, and you become something great. How awesome is it? Zack just pointed this out. This is just amazing. This is the difference between men and women. One of the big differences. And whenever they come up with one of these new characters, like a female committee creates a new character for Star Wars or Marvel, it's always, she's the most powerful. He is, if they create a male character, he is the awesomest and the best, and everybody respects him, and everybody loves him, and he's friends with everybody. And I can't fucking stand it. I really can't stand it. It's the worst thing in the world. See, Zack is cool. You guys, those of you who are hating on Zack is still doing some good stuff.
This is probably the main difference between Ethan and Razorfist. Razorfist called YaboiZack an envious prick, and I'm assuming that's probably just because YaboiZack has been critical of a lot of the people that Razorfist spends time with. People like Gary Nerdrotic or Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Cannell, Eric July, and most especially the Critical Drinker. Well, that's something that people have levied at me a few times. They say, oh, you're just talking about this person or that person because you're jealous. And you can't really prove to others what your intent is, but in this case, Ethan seems to agree with YaboiZack that the right-wing nerdsphere has fallen, that they're not making good reviews, that they care more about money and clicks than the culture war, and they've basically just become parodies of themselves. That's kind of how they feel. But let's take a look and see if there's anything that Ethan agrees with Razorfist on.
I think. Let me see. Let me see if he's doing good stuff.
Hi everyone, it's your boy Zack, and I'm sorry, but Desert Eagle suppressed. I'm there. I gotta see this.
Yes. A Desert Eagle suppressed. I want a Desert Eagle so bad. That is the gun that I want. It's huge. Gigantic Israeli handgun. Completely unnecessary. And then you put a nice little.
I gotta see this. I had a I had a dream right before I woke up, and it felt profound. It still feels like an insight, but I'm not quite sure it's an epiphany. And it was the idea of comics not being about
no, Stout Stag, no, because I only have a few of them.
Graphics, just like cartoony stuff, or 3D, which is the illusion that illustration tries to provide, but about.
Desert Eagles are for memeing, not for owning. So I don't care. I want one.
Be like, there's a whole
and I want it gold plated
on how to how to draw comics the Marvel way, but we will see. So
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I mean, I thought for a second, like, hey, after reading that was totally fucking awesome. And you should pay attention to Zack. But his videos are not good. I'd rather just he write, like, I wish he was back on Twitter again. I wish he was back on Twitter so he could just do stuff like this. And just write his thoughts out in a pithy and interesting way. Rather than to just moan on and on and on, man. That 35-minute video. 35 minutes, Zack. You want me to spend 35 minutes with you? Oh, it's got to be more fun than this.
Shots fired. Anyway, yeah, it looks like he does agree to a certain extent that, your boy Zack sometimes makes long-winded videos. He does actually like your boy Zack's videos and plays them from time to time, but yeah, sometimes for me too, I feel that way. But anyway, that's kind of one thing that he sort of agrees with Razorfist on, so... Now let me circle back to something really quickly.
But I am going to circle back.
Earlier I mentioned how anytime, you offer a criticism, no matter how tepid of another YouTuber, people will just say that you're being envious. And, there are certainly people who are envious, but I don't think that's true of everybody. And we're going to be talking about right now if your boy Zack is envious and, what his whole intention is. But real quick, before we do that, let's take a look and see how he responds to Razorfist. Now, this came a few weeks after, the initial comment made by Razorfist on his stream. I guess it took a little bit, before it moved down the grapevine to your boy Zack. But this all happened about a week ago when the California fires started. And by the way, if anybody listening is going through that, I hope that you, your neighbors, family, and loved ones will all be okay. And, my prayers go out to you guys. With that in mind, let's take a quick listen to what your boy Zack had to say about Razorfist in this video he made on the subject.
So, I said, in theory, I don't think it's a problem for conservatives to be critics. But in specific, in reality, everyone that I could think of was terrible. And then, somebody mentioned this video. I had seen the thumbnail and the title, and it says, "Burn Hollywood Burn," and I'm like, oh God. Don't let it be some right-wing celebration of, like, Hollywood people losing. That's so tacky. But it was, not that. It was probably the best video Rage. I haven't watched a lot of his stuff. He talks about a lot of subjects. I only really care about comics. I remember being stuck on the Jersey Turnpike in the summertime. And... like listening to like every comic video he had done at the time, and then I ran out, and that was like 8 years ago. But now and then when he talks about comics, and so I was like, oh please don't be like, ha ha, Hollywood people are losing their health. Like, please don't let it be that. And it was actually, from a conservative point of view, some of the best. It kind of reminded me of, Rorschach when he was talking about the comedian, and he was like, these are the best comedians where they, open your eyes. So the first half of it, he's talking about just, it's not any kind of like neener. It's like, yeah, the government has utterly failed you. Yeah, so I do a video where I say conservatives shouldn't be critics, and then conservative is a critic, and it's like the best criticism commentary on a horror. Jeez, if you watch this, I think it's like 7 minutes in. It's the interview with, I believe she's the mayor, and the way she just shuts down, like, and just doesn't answer. Like, oh God, like I was actually starting to get like upset, like watery eyes. But kudos. Somebody was telling me he didn't like me, or said something about me a couple weeks ago. I really don't care about stuff like that. I didn't even go check on it. Yeah, so, I say something and immediately gets proven wrong, but I was very happy because it was very thought-provoking.
Your boy Zack actually responded the way that I thought he would when I first made this video a few weeks ago. That is, if he were to respond at all. Now, when you listen to how he's talking about this person who said that, he was an envious prick, that he had a terrible YouTube channel, horrible comics, and that he didn't care for him, your boy Zack actually offered him a very kind compliment, and he was talking about how he respected the profound ideas that Razorfist was bringing up in his video. Does that sound like an envious prick to you? Let me know in the comments section, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, or...
You are a hoe-ass